whatever we do, each one of us has a unique role in what we do as not only as a lawyer, but as a servant leader in this bar. And I submit to you that whatever we're doing, in whatever capacity, and in whatever mechanism or group or leadership role, whatever we're doing is personal. It's not business. It's personal. It's personal for every one of us. And what that means is, when we start thinking of it, I think, in those terms, we might have a different approach to that next phone call, or that next case, or that next hearing. Because in the end, it truly is personal.
My challenge to you, if I'm saying anything, is don't forget your humanity. Don't forget the people that matter most to you. If you've got parents who are still living, I charge you, and that relationship is not where it ought to be, I charge you to make it happen now.
Those people are lions of our bar, and they've figured it out. They've figured out that civility is a virtue and not a weakness. And we need to follow their lead. The people in this room can set the tone for our bar and pay that forward and teach everyone else interacting with us that that's the way we're going to practice, because that's the best way to practice. And I know I'm preaching to the choir with the Leadership Forum folks, but what we can do is show everyone that the only way to practice law is with complete respect for each other. And, Lord knows, practice of law is stressful enough as it is, so let's just do it the right way. Thank you.
Is that as servant leaders, we're called, yes, to do our duty, but we're also called to go beyond that. We're called to go beyond what is immediately before us, to do the inconvenient, to do the unexpected. On the most pressing of days, it means that we take that call from that client who won't stop calling. It means when I have a docket of 38 cases on a small claims docket, I stop and allow that pro se person to have their say. Most of us as lawyers are task-oriented, and it may mean being less task-oriented and more people-oriented. It means looking beyond a person's present circumstance and understanding why they are where they are. And lastly, it calls for us to be present and mindful in our encounters and intentional in our interactions with others.
But there are parts of all of our lives and careers where I forget the reason that we did this in the first place, to help people, to lead communities, to be involved, and we get distracted by other things, or we get tired, which is what happened to me in San Francisco on June 13th, 2012. And so the end of my 5 to 7 minutes would be, you bought the ticket, go to the game.
How many people here have negative self-thoughts on a regular basis? I'm not good enough, I don't belong, I don't think I should be doing this, they're smarter, they're better, they have their stuff together, I don't. But every single one of those people that we think really have it together, I promise you they don't. None of us here have it all together. And we can bond over that more than we can bond about our accolades, more than we can bond about the recognition we get. And I would encourage us to start being more vulnerable, because being vulnerable creates trust. And creating trust creates relationships. And relationships create a happy life and joy. And there is nothing else in this world that matters. Nothing.